Welcome back to The Explainer. So, today, we are tackling a struggle that is, well, pretty much universal these days. I mean, if you've ever felt like your brain literally has way too many tabs open, or you're just totally exhausted by the sheer volume of mental traffic, the news, and the constant notifications we deal with every single day, you are absolutely in the right place. Mental fatigue is something we all face. But today, we're going to explore a fascinating and honestly incredibly accessible antidote to all that mental overcrowding.
Think about it. How do you quiet a mind that just won't stop talking? We've all been there, right? The racing thoughts, the endless to-do lists, anxieties piling up one after another in rapid-fire succession. It is utterly exhausting. But what if the solution wasn't to fight those thoughts? What if it wasn't about forcing your mind to shut down in a dark, quiet room? Actually, what if the solution was to give your mind something impossibly vast to expand into? What if the antidote is as simple and, honestly, as surprising as just walking outside and looking up at the sky?
Okay, let's dive into this. The practice is called sky watching meditation, and basically, it's a contemplative practice of observing the sky without trying to interpret, analyze, or judge what you're seeing. Now, if you're familiar with traditional forms of meditation, you know they usually involve focusing really, really tightly on a single object. Maybe you focus intensely on your breath or repeat a specific mantra over and over again. Well, sky watching flips that entirely. It is a practice of open, spacious awareness. You aren't zooming in to a single point. You're zooming all the way out to embrace the vastness.
Section 1. The Sky and the Weather. So, I want you to think about the everyday contents of your mind for a second. Your daily thoughts, passing emotions, sudden memories, your physical sensations. Think of these contents as the weather. Passing clouds, sudden dark rainstorms, maybe a flock of birds just flying by. Now, contrast that with the space of the mind itself, the absolute openness, clarity, and boundlessness of the sky. The sky is constantly changing, sure, but it remains vast and fundamentally unaffected by the storms that pass through it. In this practice, we're really just recognizing that our core awareness can remain steady, open, and clear, even when a massive thunderstorm of anxiety or a flurry of stressful thoughts rolls right through.
The practice helps shift attention from the contents of the mind to the space in which those contents appear. Let's just sit with that for a brief moment. Instead of getting caught up and tossed around in the storm, you become the calm, untouchable sky. Section 2. Taking flight. How to practice. Okay, so here is the practical roadmap. It's a remarkably simple 6-step process. 1. Choose a location. 2. Get comfortable. 3. Soften your gaze. 4. Observe without analysis. 5. Allow thoughts to come and go. And 6. Experience spacious awareness. It's a straightforward journey from just finding a spot with an open view all the way to resting in a state of boundless awareness. Let's zoom in on a few of those crucial techniques, starting with step 3, soften your gaze. Because in our daily lives, like when we're glaring at a spreadsheet or a phone screen, our default is to stare intensely. Do not do that here. You want to let your vision remain broad and open. Avoid staring intensely at any one thing. You're trying to take in the entire field of the sky. It's really about maintaining a receptive attitude with your eyes. You're passively receiving the vast view, not actively hunting for a specific target up there. Which leads us perfectly into step 4, and honestly, this is the absolute heart of the practice. Let seeing be enough. The sky does not need interpretation. This is where we have to consciously stop ourselves from playing the, "oh, what does that cloud look like" game. Don't identify cloud shapes, don't evaluate the incoming weather, don't create little stories or narratives about what's happening up there. Just observe. Seeing is enough. So the crucial point is how you handle those inevitable mental interruptions. Because let's be real, you are gonna have thoughts. Worries about work or suddenly wondering, hey, did I leave the garage door open? They are absolutely going to pop up. Do not try to fight them or aggressively stop them. Treat those thoughts exactly like passing clouds. Just watch them drift into your field of awareness, let them drift right back out, and then gently, just gently, return your focus to the vastness of the sky. Now, you might be wondering, how long do I actually need to sit there looking up? Well, if you're a beginner, just 5 to 10 minutes a day is absolutely perfect. Intermediate practitioners might go for 15 to 20 minutes daily, and advanced folks can sit for 30 to 60 minutes or more. But I want to reassure you right now, even just a few minutes of doing this can have a deeply calming, grounding effect. You do not need to block out an entire hour of your day to feel this shift in your mind. Section 3, experiencing the vastness, the benefits.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the profound psychological shift this creates. It expands your inner spaciousness, reduces mental overcrowding, encourages non-judgmental awareness, improves emotional balance, and enhances your overall presence. When you practice this, those daily problems that previously felt so overwhelming and suffocating suddenly feel, well, a lot less restrictive. And that's because your awareness is no longer tightly contracted around them. You are quite literally training your brain to hold its problems within a much larger, roomier perspective. And beyond the psychological, there are deep spiritual and contemplative benefits too. The practice fosters a profound sense of vastness, wonder, awe, and humility. As your awareness expands, it can actually soften the mental boundaries between you as the observer and the sky you're observing. Plus, and perhaps most importantly, it cultivates a deep inner silence. And it's absolutely crucial to explain this. The silence we achieve here isn't an absence of physical sound around you. It is the absence of mental struggle within you. Section 4. Navigating the turbulence. Realistically, your mind is going to resist this openness sometimes. So here's your quick troubleshooting guide. Feeling restless, bored, or impatient? That's totally normal. Your adjustment is simply to continue observing without forcing anything. Finding yourself caught in excessive thinking and mental commentary? The second you notice it, just gently return to direct observation. Getting sleepy because, you're lying out in the warm grass? Easy fix. Simply sit up and practice while sitting instead. These are quick, highly effective adjustments to keep you anchored when your mind inevitably tries to wander off. And if you ever find yourself worried that you aren't doing it right or feeling enlightened enough, remember this. All experiences are valid. There is no correct experience to achieve. The power of the practice lies in simple awareness. Please, I can't emphasize this enough. Do not strive for some special, mystical, or extraordinary state here. If you feel relaxed, that is great. If you feel a bit bored but you're still watching, that is also great. The true power lies simply in the act of being aware. Section 5, landing safely, closing the meditation. And this brilliantly illustrates how we finish up. Once you've finished resting in the sky, you need to intentionally transition out. Take a few slow breaths, really feel your physical connection to the ground beneath you, and gently shift your gaze away from the sky. You do this intentionally because you want to carry this sense of openness into the rest of your day. The goal is to bring that spacious, calm, boundless awareness back down to earth, carrying it right into your meetings, your commute, your conversations, and your daily routines. We've covered a really fascinating approach to mental well-being today just by simply looking up. So I will leave you with this. Are you ready to stop fighting the weather and start resting in the sky? Next time your mind feels terribly overcrowded and exhausted, just step outside. The ultimate antidote is right above you, waiting, as expansive and open as ever. Stay curious, stay focused, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.